Well, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you've been biting your tongue about something and you really want to say something, but you don't? And you bite your tongue, you hold it back, you hold it back. Then a day comes, you say, I just got to say something. Well, today's that day. And there's something called constructive criticism. It may not be nice to hear, but you need to understand the person that's saying it is not trying to hurt you. They're actually trying to help you. Even though, as they say, you can't save someone from themselves, they're going to do what they do. They're not aware of it, and they can be their own worst enemy. And there's another saying that goes, if you invite a shark to dinner, expect to get bit. And some people ring the fucking dinner bell loud and clear. You know, there's a guy that I came across on here, and quite frankly, at times I can't avoid him. When I do go to check on, comments and things, and I take a couple of minutes, I scroll the feed. This guy's always on there. Shitload of fucking videos. It's a live stream sitting there fucking wrapped in a blanket, staring at the screen. Anybody here? Anybody here? Or maybe somebody will come along. Do that for a fucking hour and a half. I see the time. I don't watch it all. He's going to take a walk outside and go look at his 57 Bel Air. Well, I think I'm going to take a walk outside and look at the Chevy and walk around it. Thing runs like shit. I know. I know. This doesn't sound very good, does it? This is what this guy does. Rich 220. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Caught another one. Last night checking on a few comments I got. And I'm scrolling and there he is again. There you are again. These guys with the no-show nationals, You set yourself up to be mocked and made fun of. You set yourself up for the fall by what you do. You're obviously not a mechanic. I see you as being, at heart, a pretty good-natured guy. But I also see a guy that's pretty attention-starved. You seem to be wanting to try to fit in with a crowd. And you're trying to do it in the car community, and you're not a car guy. You act with that car like you think everybody wants it. They're jealous of that car. You got to show off that Chevy, show off that Chevy. The car barely fucking runs. You'll make a big issue of, oh, I got it out of the carport. I got to drive at 8 feet. I got it to move. Like that's a major fucking accomplishment. In some ways, I can compare that to Sanford. I know his motivation. Greed, ego, narcissism. In your case, I think it's just loneliness and desperation for attention from anyone. You're trying to fit in somewhere. You don't have a life. Let's face it, those guys at the no-show nationals, they're all a bunch of fucking jokers. They're all cut out of the same cookie cutter as Sanford. They're on here to try to fucking hustle money. It's fairly obvious. Why would you even want to get in with these guys? Ask them for advice on this. Why would you even want to bother with these guys? Why? And then you put out, people have told me, man, there are many other people, Rich, that they're reluctant to want to say anything. They're like, same thing I'm saying. I kind of like the guy. I think he's a nice guy, but man, he's making a total fucking fool of himself on here. A total fool. Telling people, oh, my house is going to be foreclosed on, and, there are some things you just don't put out to the public. Then I hear, well, he's complaining about money, don't have money, but he's buying Hot Wheels cars and showing off Hot Wheels cars he bought. I know you're probably not, liking what I'm saying, but It's called constructive criticism. I'm not making fun of you. I'm pointing out things that you do that you are bringing problems upon yourself. Don't blame those no-show national guys. Blame yourself. They're talking about my finances and this. Whose fault is that? You're the one that fucking tells them about it. If you didn't tell them these things, they wouldn't use it against you in the end. And I'm not the only one, Rich. There are quite a few people that feel the same way. They've been holding back. I want to say something to this guy. I like the guy, but man, this guy's got to shut the fuck up. This Rich is going to maybe take some time away from YouTube here. Maybe get a fucking life, do something. You know? The people you've been trying to get in with to have as your friends, look what's happening to you. It's your fault, not theirs. You know, Rich, we all play an active role in our life. You know? And people can cause their own problems. You cause your own problems. I guess it's safe to say, hey, you know, you have issues in your personal life. Well, that's none of YouTube's business. None of my business. Or anyone else's business. But you put it all out there. You're ringing that fucking dinner bell and these sharks coming and taking a bite out of your ass. And you don't like it. Then you got to put up a video. Oh, this is for the guys that's the one I saw. Little, you know, you can't seem to go take a shit without having to do a fucking video about it. This is called constructive criticism. I've learned in life in many situations with people that you can only offer advice, but you can't save someone from themselves. I'm offering some advice that if you choose to take it, you could alleviate some of your problems. You know, do something away from YouTube. Don't live for YouTube. That's what you seem to be doing. In some ways, you're worse than Sanford. You know, we know his motive, his agenda. What's yours?